The Little Western extension was running on schedule. Day and night, supplies were taken from all over the island to complete the Fat Controller's grand design. Duck and Oliver were quite occupied on their branch line, so they could only help out on certain occasions. Sometimes other engines were excused from their duties to aid in the construction, which made the daunting procedure run like clockwork. But one day, there was a problem. The foreman spoke to Duck and his driver.
We need to move some materials onto the bridge, but the foundations are too weak. I'm afraid tank engines like Duck and Arthur are much too heavy for it.
What about the handcar? Isn't it possible to move at least one car at a time?
I'm afraid the loads are becoming too heavy for the handcar to carry. We need some sort of lightweight engine to move the supplies over safely so we don't have to worry about the supports collapsing.
Duck puffed away, quite concerned. He hoped that a solution would present itself. The next day, Oliver, Donald, and Douglas were resting at the site when they heard an unfamiliar whistle.
What's that sound, laddie?
Not sure. Sort of sounds like Duck's whistle after his driver and fireman boiled eggs in it.
Ah, Lord's sakes, don't make me laugh when I'm having a drink.
The engines were surprised to see Scruff, a new industrial-strength steam locomotive, mosey into the site. He had been partaking in a variety of shunting duties across the island and was delighted to be a part of the new assignment.
Hello! Good day, everyone! Lovely day, isn't it? Scruff the Scruncher, at your service. Filth, rubber, smog, and smut. Nothing's going to stop me from getting things done around here. Seize the day!
Scruff went away to work, and Oliver was aghast.
Scruff? His name is Scruff?
He's a feisty little one. A wee bit shabby, but spirited nonetheless.
He's giving me a bad vibe. He seems familiar. I just can't put my buffers on it.
Hey now, don't do anything crazy now, laddie. Just 'cause he's filthy doesn't mean you can pull him in half or something.
Oliver couldn't help but smile. He would never forget the time he had inadvertently pulled a feisty freight car to smithereens. The engines, however, were excited to see Scruff in action. Scruff's contribution to the project was simply remarkable. He was the perfect asset for the job. He was strong enough to carry the heavy loads onto the bridge without the workmen worrying about the supports. He bustled backwards and forwards all day, taking the supplies the other engines provided. Even so, sometimes the workmen would attempt to give Scruff a decent scrubbing.
Position where it counts. Take heart and nothing else. I can't dawdle over my appearance when there's work to be done.
You're a fanatic, but a wonderful fanatic at that.
The workmen had grown fond of their pint-sized companion.
I'm not a fanatic. I just take pride in my work. It feels great to be useful.
Scruff pushed some vans onto the bridge and reversed to the site to receive further instruction.
We'll need some stone and the breakdown crane to strengthen some girders. Some scaffolding will be set up. The men will need the crane to lower the materials down so we can start work.
Sounds like a plan. Just say the word, and I'm there.
Later, Mavis arrived with a special load of stone. She was thrilled to be part of the project.
I love the journey here. I've never been through this neck of the woods. Where would you like these trucks?
Ah, don't sweat it. Just leave them there. I'll be back in a jiff. I'll have to fish the breakdown crane. Just be a doll and hang tight, okay?
Scruff's work on the bridge has strengthened the supports immensely, so I'm sure it'll be able to hold your weight. Run along now and push these freight cars onto the bridge.
Yes, sir,
said Mavis, and with that she scuttled away with the freight cars in tow. The foreman was right. The bridge supports were stronger than before, but Scruff had no idea that Mavis was on the bridge. To make matters worse, the breakdown crane was not locked properly into place and swung unexpectedly. So when he reversed onto the bridge, the crane arm knocked Mavis off the rails and left her hanging precariously over the edge.
Help!
Where did you spring from?
Shouted Scruff in alarm. He was horrified, but he knew he couldn't help Mavis. The crane could not be very helpful either, for the workmen were unable to mend the crane while it was still on the bridge. Luckily, Oliver was close by. He knew he had to act fast and quickly shunted the freight cars away. The workmen kept the situation secure with strong chains, and Oliver sprinted back to pull Mavis to safety. He realized the chains were likely to snap, so he pulled Mavis towards an iron beam, which guided her wheels back on the rails.
I'm glad that's over.
You're a hero. If only I hadn't done such a bang-up job, then we wouldn't have gone through this dreadful fiasco.
Nonsense. A railway is a team effort after all. Each one of us is a small component to one large, well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
Agreed Scruff, perking up a little.
You've been a tremendous asset to this project, and we're bound to have a mess-up or two every once in a while. The important thing is...
All is well, and in the end, it was a day well seized.
I second the motion.
Smiled Mavis. After the excitement had ended, the engines enjoyed the rest of the evening, not only as colleagues, but as firm friends.
You stupid trucks! Get a move on!
You're too weak. Give up, poser.
Oh my goodness. Jeez Louise, these are really heavy.
Look here, doggy. Seems the wee little one is having some trouble moving these trucks. Need some help there?
Hey, I'm fine, guys. Really. I just need another run at it, that's all.
There's an expression for that, I think. He who cannot dance puts the blame on the floor. Might as well call it quits, laddie. We can lend you a buffer if you like. You seriously need some help. If you're going to make these trucks budge, you're going to need a lot more oomph. Burn.
Watch out!
What was that for? Ow!
Hey, have you ever noticed the beautiful colors of these railroad ties?
I still got it.
Well, looks like they had it in them after all. Okay. I suppose so. Safe to say we instigated that one. I'm sorry we teased you. I'll fetch Rocky.